Good afternoon and welcome to Agoracom Small Cap Stock News. This is the show for Wednesday, July the 23rd, 2014. I'm your host, Alan Barry Labucan. Just to get some scheduling changes out of the way, I wanted to let all our usual listeners and new listeners know that I've kind of changed the format of the show. In the past, I did a once a day, Monday through Thursday show where I would cover several news releases on each day. What I'm doing now is we're changing the show to a one show per week on the news. We're still doing our end of the week show where we do our stock picks and stuff like that. But what I'm doing now is from Monday till Wednesday, I'm going to try to be more selective in the companies that I cover in the news show. So we're going to get a more of a refined picks refined companies, more advanced. In the past, I would talk about some companies that had good news out, but maybe they're, they were patchy traders and stuff like that. Unless there's something really compelling, I won't be following those kind of companies as much anymore. But really trying to focus on bringing you the cream of the crop. And so the show is going to run somewhere between 10 to 15 minutes, depending on how much news. So it'll be a little bit longer than normal, but it'll be packed with some good companies. So today I've got 7 companies to talk about. So I'm going to get right to it. The first company that I wanted to talk about today is Virtuto Networks. Virtuto Networks is a sponsor of Agoracom, so I wanted everyone to know that. Now, this is a company that I've been following for almost a year now, and they recently had some news out that they've arranged a $10 million, that's US dollar, line of credit. This will be to help their grow their revenues, and goes a long way to helping them meet their and exceed their financial projections for the year. And so, this company has to put money out to make money, like most companies. And the good thing about them is they seem to make more than they bring in, but they have some big plans. And I think that's why this line of credit will help them to grow the company more rapidly. Their stock symbol is VFX, and they trade on the Toronto Exchange. Next up is Blackberry. Blackberry had some news out earlier this week that they brought on a new chief operating officer. What I found compelling about this guy is his past experience with a company that he ran that was really involved in customer relations type stuff, really looking after customer service for enterprise. That's a big push for Blackberry, and I think that this is a good move. In the last 6 months or so, I've seen the stock bottom twice. Back in the, I want to say around October or late in the year, November, December, they bottomed out at a little over $6 a share. Then they had a good run that took them up to almost $12 a share. They gave back around 50% of the gain, and held after they were coming back, held at around the $8 level, and then bounced off that aggressively. Now, I'm looking for them to retain a good portion of that gain as well, from the $8 to the 12. What did it do? 12 and change, I think. The 52-week is. Usually it says here it's a little over $12. So if it can hold somewhere around 10, I'd be really happy, because that was a former resistance level. I like to see when resistance becomes support. So somewhere in between 10 and 10 and a little slightly over 10 would be a good support level that I'm looking for Blackberry. Now, those prices that I'm giving you are in Canadian. I've got the Canadian quote here, but of course Blackberry also trades in in the U.S. under BBRY. In Canada, it's BB. But Blackberry is a well-known company. No problem looking that one up. I like this company a lot. I've picked it before, and I think it's got a great future ahead of it with the changes in management that's gone on in the last year or so by bringing John Chen on there. John Chen has been the reason that this stock has turned around, and I think he will continue to turn the company around. The next company that I wanted to talk about is Fission Uranium. This has been one I've talked about a lot because this company consistently comes out with great results from their world-class discovery of high-grade uranium in the Athabasca Basin of Saskatchewan called their Patterson Lake South project. And once again, they delivered excellent results, 10.35 meters of uranium over 14 meters. Big intersection of really thick, high-grade stuff. And it's not an isolated hole. They've been hitting a lot of this kind of material on this Patterson Lake South project. I think this project is shaping fission up to be a takeover target, and I got to think every major uranium company is trying to keep an eye on fission and these great results that they have now. Surprisingly, although the results have been great, the stock hasn't been doing as well. Now that's partially because of the uranium price and not a lot of interest towards uranium right now. But again, this is a world-class discovery, and I think that this discovery will be something that gets them taken over in the future at significantly higher prices. So I like fission a lot, as our viewers know, and that I like it a lot. I talk about it a lot, and it's simply because of the great drill results. I learned a long time ago in this business to follow the truth machine. That's what we call in the business the drill rig. And if you keep following the truth machine, you'll be a much better investor in mining companies. And if you're not looking in the mining sector, finding the truth machine for a particular company in that sector is the important thing. There are lots of different sectors have different metrics that really drive the long-term and short-term of a stock, and I call that the truth machine. In the mining business, it's a drill rig. In other businesses, it's a cash register. In other businesses, some of it's eyeballs. In the tech space, if you can capture a lot of eyeballs, that seems to be a telling factor in the truth machine kind of thing. So that's what I mean by what I say, truth machine. Fission stock symbol is FCU, and they trade on the Venture Exchange. The next company up is Rockhaven Resources. Rockhaven Resources is a company that recently came to my attention in about the last few months. And when I did some homework, I was quite impressed with their drill results. And then they got some more drill results earlier this week from their project up in the Yukon. They call the Dawson Range, or the Claza property. It's 100% owned property, and it's part of the Dawson Range Gold Belt. They had some really nice highlight holes in there, 26.8 grams per ton gold and 705 grams per ton silver, over 0.84 of a meter, and they had 10.79 grams of gold and 121 grams of silver over 2.90 meters, another 15.95 grams over 123 grams of silver over 1.89 meters. So they get some good high grades in there. The intersections are not that thick. I've got to look at some cross sections of the drilling to really get an idea on that. But definitely, I'm liking what I see from these drill results. And it's certainly a company that I think you want to do some homework on. RK is their symbol. They trade on the Venture as well. The next company up is Agoracom Resources. Just pulling their stock up here just a second. I'll get you the news that they had out earlier this week. Agoracom Resources had news out that they've drilled, where is it? They had drilling results out. In that drilling results, this is from a project in the Jalisco state of Mexico The highlight hole was 8 meters of 16.1 grams per ton gold. Included in that was 2 meters of 41 grams per ton gold in hole 91, and 55 meters of 0.92 grams per ton gold and 0.30% copper in hole 86. So it looks like this discovery has a combination of gold, silver, and copper with some interesting numbers on all of those metals. And the stocks, I'm just going to pull up the stock there. The stock has been on a very good move since this time last year. It was trading down around a little under $1. Has now traded as high as $2.40. It's been one of those sort of very powerful moving stocks. And based on the results that they're getting, and I know that this isn't their only project, this is a good company to do your homework on. CYD is their stock symbol, and they trade on the TSX Venture. And the last company today is Pilot Gold. Now, lately, a lot of you viewers have probably been hearing me talk about Pilot Gold in connection to their gold project down in Nevada that they're involved with Nevada Sunrise. And I'm very bullish on that project. But Pilot Gold also has a project in Turkey. And they just had some drill results out from that project. And quite impressive drill results, 1.59 grams per ton of gold and 0.48% copper over 130.9 meters from surface at their Valley Porphyry discovery in Turkey. Now, Turkey's not a place that I often go looking for projects, but this company has some very good results out of that project. I'm very bullish on them for their Nevada project, but you kind of get this Turkey project with, I don't think a lot of its potential is reflected in the price of the stock. Since bottoming late in 2013, stock's been moving very nicely. It's in a strong bullish trend as far as I'm concerned. I think that this is a kind of core holding type of a company, and I really like the potential for this one going forward. PLG is their stock symbol. They trade on the Toronto Exchange. So that's a wrap on the news for today. As I mentioned early in the show, we're changing the format. I'm trying to refine the shows a little bit more. I won't be talking about as many companies during the week, but I'm going to try to bring the cream of the crop from the week into the news show and discuss what I'm seeing in their news and in their stock charts. Yesterday I did an interview show. I have a feeling I might be doing a little bit more of those. And then George and I do our end of the week show we call the best of the best stock picks of the week. And you can find our shows on there, or look for that show as well. On that note, you have a great day. We'll see you next week, and do your homework and speak with your financial advisors before making any investment decisions. Have a great day.